I made a mock draft really quick. I'm going to make another one probably a bit more in depth where I go pick by pick, but I'm just going to talk about a few of the picks I do really like. I first had the Giants trading up. I don't know if they actually will. I think there's a good chance the Titans just take Carter at 1. But in this one, I thought I'd mix it up, do some interesting picks. So I had Giants trading up and Carter going down to 3 with the Titans. I then had the Browns taking Gentry at 2. I don't really think they'll do that. I think it's more likely they will get Cam Ward at 2. But I kind of thought it was interesting. If Cam Ward is gone, who do they go? Probably more likely Travis Hunter, but I kind of like the idea of them going Gentry here. I then had, and I talked about this in another video, the Patriots trading down to 11 with the 49ers. I think it's an interesting move, and I really do think Travis Hunter would fit well on the 49ers. I don't know if it's very likely to happen. I think that move, if it were to happen, would probably involve Ayuk. I'd love to see it happen. We'll see. I think Johnson at 5 to the Jaguars is my safest pick of the draft. I think the Bears, if Gentry isn't there at 10, they're probably just going to go someone like James Pierce, help that defense out a little bit. I don't know if they're going to reach on Hampton at 10. I could see them doing it, and then that would leave to maybe like Judkins falling later in the draft to someone. But I kind of just liked the idea of maybe them going defense there. I think the Colts getting Tyler Warren is really interesting. I think the Colts have struggled at tight end for a while, and I'd love to see them go get him. Jalen Walker to the Cardinals was probably my favorite pick in the entire draft. I really do think it's going to happen. I talked about it in a video a few weeks ago. I just think it's a perfect fit, and I think it's probably going to happen. I had the Eagles trading up because the Eagles just traded away Gardner Johnson, and I could really see them moving up to try to go get Starks. I think that's probably why they moved off of him, is they probably feel good about one of the safeties that they could replace him with. They might get one later, but I just like the idea of them going up to get Starks. I had the Steelers taking Sanders, and I don't really know how much I feel about that. I think it's more likely to get Dart. I think Sanders could go earlier to someone like the Raiders. But if he were to fall, and I thought I'd try it out, where would he go? I think the Steelers would be an interesting fit. I could also see a team trading back up if he falls out of the top 10 to get him. Maybe the Raiders retrade back up, or the Giants get back into the first round to go get him. The Texans had a pretty easy pick for me. They just traded away a tackle. I think they probably go tackle here. I think Simmons would be a good fit for them. The final pick I want to talk about is Luther Burden to the Bills. I know they just went Coleman in the start of the second round last year. I think they actually do probably trade out of that pick is another idea there. But if they stay, I would love to see them just go wide receiver. They've got to figure the room out post Diggs. And Coleman disappointed a little bit near the end of the year. He didn't come back from his injury as good as you'd hope. And I like Shakir, but is Shakir really number one material? You just paid Allen all that money. You got to figure out wide receiver for him. Take a risk on Burden.